So let's say I'm the president of a congregation in a suburb somewhere, and I'm really interested in something I've read online. I've read a book from Church Innovations, or I saw this video about hospitality workshops and how I'd love to learn more about that. But it seems kind of wasteful to just do this as a single congregation. Plus, I'm going to have to pay for a consultant to come in and lead the workshop and so on. And I think, well, I'd really like to cluster up with a couple of different congregations to get this work done, to run a project, to kind of unify and keep one another accountable in practicing this new learning that we're getting. How do I start a cluster?
I think first of all, in this instance, you notice your goal here is a particular action.
Mm-hmm.
And the action is to have this training.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
This would be very different than if you were trying to form a long-term discernment process, because that would require building quite a bit of trust and et cetera. This is, we have a particular action we want to have happen.
Mm-hmm.
It may be a part of a larger project, but let's make this as simple as possible.
That's right.
But it still always, to my mind, begins with clarity of where we want to go. So vision.
Mm-hmm.
And would we know what it looked like if it happened?
Yeah, that's right.
And then we look at a list of possible people of peace who we go listen into free speech
Mm-hmm.
in one-on-ones,
Mm-hmm.
where we're really clear. Is this, we want to hear, is this really responding to something they care about?
Yeah.
In the case of, let's say, a hospitality thing, is this a real challenge that they need some help with?
Mm-hmm.
And that listening that other person into free speech in that one-on-one will either you'll discover, yeah, we're on,
Yeah.
or no, this isn't going to work, and we may need to change the action we're after.
Sure. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And my guess is that if they heard one of their colleagues at another congregation or a lay leader from another, the head of another church council say, we're not sure we're as hospitable as we could be. We'd really like to learn more and go deeper.
Yeah.
If they've heard that, they've got already a partially willing next congregation, and the more the two of them listen to one another, the more they'll think, oh, wait a minute, maybe there's even a third or a fourth one that might want to join us.
And then I think some sort of practical tools to take into the congregations if you get a person or two
Yeah,
who say, yeah, this is really something we should do,
yeah,
for them to share it with others
yeah.
in other one-on-ones
That's right.
and small group settings.
Because it can make a workshop much more well-attended. Plus, you have a bigger group who's practicing then afterwards, so you get their sort of strength and critical mass that way.
As you know, we've learned that you will start with a very small percentage, let's say 2% of the active membership, which is defined by the people who show up on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But you want to get to 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So
you want the habit, the practice to kind of percolate out.
or diffuse.
Diffuse.
Yeah.